Welcome to the Uzziah Show. I am your host, Uzziah, your success strategist. And if you have any questions about your business, career, or finances, then this is the show for you. Welcome. I'm so excited because tonight we are talking about what it really takes to be successful. This may be one of the most important shows that I can go over, and please make sure that y'all tune in from start to finish. If you want to know what it takes to really be successful in this life, you need to know everything that I bring y'all in this broadcast. So if you're on, please make sure that you smash that thumbs up button. Give this thing a big like, okay? And leave me a comment below to let me know that you're here. Now, for those of you that are joining for the very first time, my name is Uzziah. I'm a professional business consultant, and my job is to help you get out of debt so you can start your own business. But a lot of people really don't know what it takes to be successful. A lot of people don't understand what goes into this. A lot of people spend all their time on social media and watching all of these different gurus, acting like success is so easy. But tonight we're going to talk about what it really takes in order to get to the next level. Okay. So shout out to everybody that's in the house. Shout out to Ariel. She said that she's really curious about this topic. Listen, after tonight's broadcast, you're going to know exactly what you need to do in order to be great. The question is, will you do it? So if you guys love tonight's broadcast and you want to show me some love, then make sure that you donate, y'all. Make sure that you sponsor this broadcast. Make sure that you give a super chat. All you got to do is tap the dollar icon below the live chat box, okay? For those of y'all that like using Cash App or PayPal, the links are in the description below. Let's get into it. What does it really take in order to be successful? The first thing that you have to have on the road to success is self belief. You have to have self belief because self belief is the key to all success. You may be smart, you may be hardworking, you may have a great skill set, but if you do not believe in yourself, you are not going anywhere fast. And this is so important for most of us because we're inevitably going to run into places on the road to success where we begin to doubt ourselves. We're inevitably going to get to places on the road to success where you start to ask yourself, can I really accomplish this? For those of you guys out there that are innovative, you're visionaries, you're doing something that nobody else has done. And nobody else is going to see you in that light like you see yourself. So you have to be your biggest support system. So many of y'all are complaining, man, why isn't this person co-signing me? Why doesn't that person support me? You have to be your own support system. You cannot rely on anyone else to understand your vision but you. And successful people believe in themselves until everybody else starts to do it. So when you see all these top performers, these great entrepreneurs, athletes, entertainers, celebrities, they had to believe in themselves enough that they were going to get to their stage. They didn't wait until they already got to the top of the arena to then start believing in themselves. They believed in themselves at the beginning, and that's how they got to where they are now. Okay. You have to believe in yourself and in your vision on a major level. And this is the reason why you have to have faith and courage. You have to have faith that God is going to move your life in such a space that if you plant the seed, He's going to give the increase. I could tell y'all so many stories, y'all, about times where I went about building things in my company and I didn't know if it was going to take off or not. But I didn't worry about whether or not it would succeed. All I focused on is making sure that I planted the seed. I said to myself, if I just plant a seed as well as a seed can be planted and water it, then God will give the increase. And that's the reason why you guys have to have faith, because nobody else may support what you're doing. Faith is critical on this process of your success. And before we talk about anything else on the road to greatness, if you don't have self belief, you don't have anything. I'm going to ask y'all a question. How many of you guys haven't accomplished the things that you want in life because a lack of self belief got in the way? I know people that are very intelligent, very talented, but because they don't see themselves in a certain level of greatness, there's no way that they can ever bring their talents to life. See, it's not enough to just have the talent. You have to believe that that talent within you is strong enough that the world wants to see it. So I see people all the time, super creative, could have great business ideas, but because they take themselves for granted, because they're insecure and they don't believe in themselves like they should, God allows somebody else to have the opportunity. And sometimes, society may reward people who are not as talented as you. Maybe they're not even as hardworking, but because they believe in themselves enough to put themselves out there, that's the reason why they're winning. You could have all the tools in the world, but if you don't have self belief, you don't have anything. Okay. Now let's talk about this next point. The next thing that I want us to talk about is you got to have suffering. You've got to be willing to suffer if you want to be great. Now, I know a lot of people don't like hearing this stuff because you want to say in your mind, oh man, I want to feel happy. But happiness and success are not one in the same. What do I mean when I say that? See, most people, when they think about happiness and success, they imagine the end result. Happiness and success are often joined together at the latter end. But as you're building yourself from the ground up, you have to work hard and suffer in order to succeed and be happy. You might not be happy right now because you don't have the job that you want. The question is, are you willing to suffer in order to get it? Are you willing to build the skills? Are you willing to, go out and invest in yourself enough to know the things that you need to know? But if you're so busy focused on, oh, well, you know what? If I'm not feeling happy right now that I'm not going to do it, then chances are you will never accomplish anything great. I'm just being very honest with you guys. You look at all of these people who are wildly successful, they went through dark times of hell and nightmares before they got to their success. Look at Elon Musk. Elon Musk will tell you all the time, getting to where I am right now, it doesn't feel good. Elon Musk is willing to suffer to see his dream realized. Look at Malcolm X. Look at Martin Luther King Jr. They had to suffer in order for their dream to be realized. Look at Jesus Christ. You look at all of these prominent figures in society, and the one thing that they have in common is suffering. And a lot of times we'll only see people in the highlight reel of their lives, but we never see the day-to-day process of all the struggles that they had to go through before they got to the next level of their results. Now, the next thing that we need to focus on when it comes to suffering is learning how to process failure, rejection, and doubt. You are going to go through tons of failures on the road to success. The honest truth is that you're going to take more losses than you do wins. Successful people understand that it's not about having more wins than losses. It's about you taking enough losses so that you can learn how to win big. Okay? Because you cannot win without first taking a loss. Look at how the average millionaire goes bankrupt at least twice before they create generational wealth. They have to learn the right and wrong way to go about doing things. You don't know that just starting off. You have to start to build some experience. So when you focus on accepting failure, you're getting yourself one step closer to your success. And one of the reasons why most people are not as successful as they would like to be is because they're not willing to fail enough. I got a question for y'all. Are you failing enough? Do you start your day asking yourself, how can I fail today? How can I embrace suffering? Most people, they want to wake up feeling comfortable. And that's the reason why they always stay where they are, because that's what happens when you operate from your comfort zone. Suffering is the process of growth. And if you're not willing to suffer, there's no way that you can do better. Okay, let me start checking these comments, y'all. For those of y'all that are on, make sure that you smash that like button. Okay, make sure that y'all donate. If you love this channel, make sure that you give a super chat. Tonight, we're talking about what it really takes to be successful. What does it really take in order to be successful? I want y'all to leave that as a comment. What do you think are some of the things that you really got to have in order to achieve greatness? Some of you may say, I need a college degree. Some of you may say, I need a lot of money. But the truth of the matter is, there's so many people that are college educated that can't find a job right now. A lot of people that are college educated go home to live with their parents or are working at a 9-to-5 job that doesn't require a degree in the first place. A college degree won't make you successful. It may give you a better opportunity for success, but it does not guarantee that you will be successful with your degree. Same thing when we talk about money. Look at all of the athletes, all of the celebrities, All of the high profile people who might have made a lot of money at one point in time, but because they did not have the right mindset to maintain that success, that's the reason why they went bankrupt within a few years. You look at the statistics about NFL players. The average NFL player will go bankrupt within 3 to 5 years after leaving the NFL. NFL, in some people's eyes, stands for not for long. So we got to understand what success really looks like, y'all. Success means that you have to have strong self belief. It means that you got to be willing to go through suffering. And honestly, people that are very successful are willing to fail, be rejected, and go through hardships and pain more than the average person. Successful people have to get told no a lot more than they get told yes. I was telling you all about this on a show a few days ago about the guy that came up with Squid Game. A lot of us just heard about Squid Game in 2021. This guy had been working on his story, trying to put it out since 2006. And he was willing to go through all kinds of setbacks, rejections, and failures before that show ever took off. And the difference between him and so many people is that even though he was starting to promote his show in 2006, from 2006 all the way through 2020, he never gave up. He never told himself, this is no good. Just because this person ain't co-signing it, just because this person doesn't believe in it, then that must mean I'm not successful. He kept the mindset that even if everybody tells me I'm not good enough, eventually I'm going to make it. That's the same kind of self-belief that you must have in yourself if you are going to get ahead. It's not about who is the smartest. It's about who believes in themselves enough. Who's willing to suffer the longest? If you can just put your head down for the next 5 years and work, watch how your life will change. You gotta go through suffering, y'all, because successful people are very resilient. Everybody goes through emergencies. Everybody goes through unexpected setbacks. But the difference between successful people versus unsuccessful people is when successful people get knocked down, they get right back up. They don't spend time on the ground crying, hoping that society feels bad for them. They get right back up because they know that getting knocked down is a part of the game. The next thing that all successful people do is sacrifice relentlessly. If you're going to be successful, you got to be willing to sacrifice a lot of things. I've had to sacrifice a lot of my time that I've invested into my family and my friends in order to be successful. And the reason why that sacrifice is necessary is because not everybody has your vision. The truth is, most people are comfortable living average. But I remember one of my favorite lyrics that Jay-Z said so many years ago was, I'd rather die enormous than live dormant. That's how we on it. When I heard that growing up in South Central, I said, man, this guy, he's saying the type of thing that I could really relate to. God did not put me here to be average. God didn't put you here to be average, y'all. But the question is, do you believe in yourself enough to stop going after an average life? Do you put in average work? Do you invest average hours? Do you look for average comforts? If you do everything average, then the only thing that will come to you is average. The only way for you to have extraordinary results is for you to bring forth an extraordinary mindset. And you got to separate yourself from the pack by being willing to sacrifice more. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down to who wants it the most. You're not the only one that wants to start a business. You're not the only one that wants to create generational wealth. We are living in a capitalist society that is very competitive. So when you go out into the marketplace and you try to sell your product, you're saying to the market, I am willing to make more sacrifices than everybody else that has my dream just to make sure that me and mines can eat. And if you don't have that mindset, you might want to ask yourself if you really want to be in this, because life will tell you whether or not you are built for success. You got to be willing to suffer. You got to be willing to make sacrifices. One of the most important things that you got to be willing to sacrifice is your feelings. If you're not willing to sacrifice your feelings in order to be successful, there's no way that you're ever going to get there. Listen, y'all, do y'all know how many times I might wake up and I might not feel like giving 100%? Society doesn't care how I feel. Success don't care how I feel. Success doesn't care whether you're tired, whether you're happy, or whether you're sad. What success asks is, can you deliver? Are you going to give your all each and every single day? And if you're not willing to do that, guess what? Somebody else is. There's somebody else that's out in this world who's willing to take all of the sacrifices that you're not willing to take in order to get the same results that you want. You got to be willing to go through those sleepless nights. You got to be willing to make the phone calls. You got to be willing to get told no time and time again if you truly want to be successful. Now, the next thing that we need to talk about is commitment. In order to be successful, you have to be committed to your mission. A lot of us want success, but we are not committed to success. The difference between want and commitment is want is just based upon your wishes. Your commitment is based upon your investment. If I'm committed to somebody in a relationship, I'm going to give myself to that person day in and day out. And sometimes I don't want to have nothing to do with the other person, but I'm still committed. A lot of us right now are not happy in our lives because we don't commit to other people, or other people don't commit to us. And because we feel a lack of commitment in our lives, we don't feel successful. So you got to understand that behind every great success in this life, there's commitment. Are you committed, y'all? Are you committed, or are you just going to sit back and say to yourself, oh, why is everybody else successful and not me? I'm smart. I'm intelligent. I work hard. Yes, you might be smart. You might be intelligent. You do work hard. But are you committed to your plan for the next 5, 10, 15 years? Anybody can set a goal or a New Year's resolution. But the question is, are you committed to seeing that goal through for as long as it takes in order to get there? Right now, you might be imagining starting a new business, but you don't know how long it's going to take you to make your first 100K. You might say to yourself, okay, well, you know what? I'm think maybe within 2 years from now, I'll make the right money. But what if it doesn't take 2 years? Are you still committed to the process? What if it takes 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, or more? Are you committed to seeing it through no matter what? If you're not committed to something, there's no way that you're going to get the results. All success is a matter of a long game. All success is a long game, y'all. When you look at the most successful people in this world, they are in a marathon. You look at Bill Gates, you look at Warren Buffett, they've been playing their game for decades. They've been playing their game longer than most of us have been alive. So you got to be committed if you're going to pattern yourself after successful people. And success doesn't just mean, personal finance. Success could be in your relationship with God. Success could be in your marriage. Success could be with your kids. No matter what it is that you're talking about, I promise you it requires a commitment. Because without commitment, there's no way that you're going to be successful. The next thing that you got to be willing to give, y'all, if you want to be great, is your time and your energy. When we talk about time, you have to put in so much time in order to be great. It cannot just be an overnight success. You got to be willing to put in all of the sleepless nights. You've got to be willing to do the double shifts, working 12, 13 hours a day if you want to be great. Now, I know a lot of y'all have read books like The 4 Hour Work Week, but I want you to realize in order for that man to have experienced a 4 hour work week, he had to put in a lot more of his time to even get that as a result. You don't start off by winning. You have to put in the time so that you can win. Okay. For those of y'all that are just now joining, we're talking about what it really takes to be successful. A lot of people don't really want to know what it really takes to be successful. A lot of people just want to be sold a bill of goods. A lot of people just want me to get on here and be like, oh, success is so easy. You could do it in your sleep. All you got to do is just hit this one button. In fact, I'm going to offer you the button right now for $2.99. And as soon as you hit that button, you'll be an overnight success. Most people aren't willing to do the work. It takes time. It takes learning. It takes you adjusting based upon your results. See, the reason why success takes time is because you have to dedicate a certain amount of time just to figure out how to win. When you start that business, you got to take enough time to figure out, well, what's the right marketing strategy that I need to run my company? How do I make my videos on YouTube? How do I promote my website? How do I send people emails? How do I set up my shopping cart? And for everything that you try to introduce to people as you share your message, it may not catch on. So you have to learn and adjust so that it can get better over time. You have to be dedicated to working consistently day by day in order to reach your greatness, because success doesn't come to people who just work hard at one time. Success is the byproduct of small things done consistently over time. The same way that we talk about compound interest to build wealth, that's the same thing that you need to have working for you when it comes to your success. It's a compound effect. So you may not get to where you want to get until the next 5 to 10 years. But if you don't start today, there's no way that you're ever going to get there tomorrow. The next thing that you got to focus on, y'all, is your relationships, because you cannot do it alone. All great things established in this life have been set up by multiple people. Success requires teams. So you got to have the right people around you if you want to bring your vision to life. You know, one of the things that has really helped with my success is the people that I had around me. So my choice of who I have as a wife, my choice of who I have as my friends, all of those things determine my outcomes, because you're going to be the average of the top 5 people that you spend most of your time with. If you spend your time around 5 broke people, you're guaranteed to be the 6th. If you spend your time around 5 unhealthy people, you're bound to be the 6th. We are social creatures. This is the reason why people often operate in tribes. People move together. Babies will copy the things that they see their parents do. We are so socially wired that whatever we see happening in our society, in our community, amongst our friends, whether we know it or not, some of that is going to rub off on us. But the question is, the things that you are learning in your day-to-day life from your family and your friends, Are their habits rubbing off on you in a positive or negative way? When you look at the people that's in your circle, are they helping you level up or are they pulling you down? You got to be focused on having the right people in your space. The next thing that you got to focus on when it comes to being successful is wisdom. You got to be able to make wise decisions in order to be great. Now, guys, you could be very smart, but there's a big difference between intelligence and wisdom. See, you could read a book and be smart. You could learn certain things. But there's a difference between somebody that is book smart that understands academics versus somebody that's actually going to make beneficial decisions in their life. You follow me? A smart person knows don't touch the stove because it's hot. A wise person is not even going to touch the stove at all. The smart person may still touch it. They know how the stove works. But the wise person has enough wisdom to know not to delve into that because that's not for their good. You have to make wise decisions consistently. One of the most important things that I was ever told by one of my mentors about 5 years ago is that your average millionaire makes at least 10,000 wise decisions before they ever get to millionaire status. And I can totally believe it. I see that on my own road to wealth. I can't just make one good decision and then that give me all of my success. I have to make wise decisions day by day because without making wise decisions, you can easily do dumb things that takes your success away from you. I was talking a few days ago on this broadcast to Yasha Allah, and Yasha Allah was saying it's not so much getting to success that's hard. It's about keeping the success when you have it. And in order to maintain your success, you have to be wise. You have to make wise decisions in the short and long term to make sure that you hold on to whatever it is that you've built. Some of y'all may build great businesses, but you have to make wise decisions in order to keep it. Look at all these businesses that went under once the internet came. Somebody didn't decide that technology was the future. And as a result, they're out of business. What wise decisions are you making right now to guarantee that you and your family have the possibility of a better future? That's what you got to focus on. And true wisdom is whenever you're making sound decisions, even if it doesn't feel good. Y'all, some of the best decisions that I ever made in my life wasn't pleasing to me. It was hard. It hurt me. It was a painful process that I had to go through. But that's God's way of testing you to see if you really want to be great. See, good is the enemy of great. God wants to know, are you just comfortable with being good? And you got to work hard to be good when you're coming from average. But are you willing to give up good to get to great? There's levels to this. And you got to let wisdom come on you. You got to let this wisdom come down on you so you can say, man, listen, I've come too far to only come this far. I got to keep going. If God brought me this far in my life, how can I get that much farther? You got to be able to look at your life from 1,000 miles away and say, hey, this road that I'm going on now, where does it ultimately end? If I want to see something better for my life, how can I make wise decisions? Because one thing that I can promise y'all, success doesn't come by accident. When you see successful people in this life, they are very intentional about their process. Nobody wakes up one day and success just knocks on their door and say, hey, I'm success. I felt like making you a millionaire today. Success doesn't work like that. Success is something that you always have to constantly pursue. You have to constantly develop yourself into being the best version of yourself so that way you can be attractive to success. But you got to be wise about that. Okay. You have to be wise enough to understand what you should be doing at all seasons of your life. The next thing that you got to have, y'all, is discipline. This is a very hard word. Discipline is a critical component for success. A lot of times when people hear the word discipline, they say to themselves, "Oh, that sounds too hard. I want life to be easy. I want to feel good." But discipline creates freedom. Without discipline, you have no freedom. And the people who live the most undisciplined lives are going to be subject to somebody else who is disciplined. If you grew up on the block, you understand what I'm talking about right now. Some of the most undisciplined men right now are in a prison program where they're having to learn discipline from somebody else. It takes discipline to keep your mind on the straight and narrow. It takes discipline to do the things that you're supposed to do when you're supposed to do it. Right now, you know a lot of what you need to be doing, but you're not doing it because you lack the discipline, y'all. So when we get more disciplined with our lives, that actually creates the freedom. When I paid off my $95,000 in student loans 2 years after graduating from college, that gave me a world of freedom to be able to travel, to be able to go on cruises, to be able to quit my 9 to 5 job, to be able to live a different life, and ultimately, through the inspiration of God, change my family tree. I can only give God the glory for that because he allowed me to have the discipline in order to have an easier life. But I want you guys to understand, whenever I didn't discipline myself, the harder my life got. When I didn't have the discipline to budget my money, that's when life got hard. It created problems in my marriage. It added on a lot of stress. I didn't know what my life was going to look like from one day to the next. But the more discipline I got, the easier I could sleep at night. When I'm disciplined, I ain't got to worry about paying the bills because I know when I show up, the money will come. Speaking of which, y'all, for those of y'all that are just now joining, make sure to smash that like button. Tonight, we're talking about what it means to be successful, what it really takes in order to be successful. A lot of us say that we want to be great, but we don't truly understand what it really requires of us in order to achieve greatness. Right now, there is greatness in you, but there's something that you have to do in order to unlock it. There's something that every last one of us have to do in order for us to uncover our greatness. It's inside of every last one of us. All we got to be willing to do is pull it out. But we got to have discipline if we want to do that, y'all. And if you love what this broadcast is about, then please make sure that y'all super chat, y'all. All you got to do is tap that dollar icon directly below the live chat box, and all of your sponsorship will be greatly appreciated. Even if you're watching this broadcast after the live stream is over, you can still donate. All you got to do is click the links in the description, okay? Now, one of the things that we must discipline ourselves to do is to have focus. The reason why a lot of people are not successful is because they lack focus and they are all over the place in their life. They're all over the place in their day-to-day process. They're all over the place in their marriage. They got a billion different ideas that they bounce around on, and they never spend enough time on one in order to be great. Think about Bill Gates. How many years was Bill Gates focused on Microsoft before he ever stepped into anything else? Y'all don't hear about him getting involved in all of these different jabs and things like that when Microsoft was first getting started. That wasn't his focus. He focused on the thing that was going to get him enough success and wealth to be able to have influence in society. So you got to focus on your number one thing. What is the number one thing that God has called you to do in this life? You've got to focus on that if you want it to take off. If you're trying to start your business up, you can't be focused on a trillion other ventures. You got some of your friends that's talking about real estate. You got some of your friends that's talking about crypto. If you put your mind into a billion different places, you will never have enough energy to really develop one. Think about how the sun works. The sun can shine throughout all the earth, and everybody will get glimmers of life. But when you take the sun and it's focused in one key place, it can burn through things because it's like a laser. You've got to have laser focus where you can penetrate all the obstacles that are set before you. Because trust and believe, y'all, there are obstacles in this life. There's, again, people who don't want to see you win. There's you getting out of your own way. There's people that will try to sabotage your success at every turn. People are going to be envious of you. People are going to be jealous. You're going to have haters. You got to think about all of this before you actually get on this road to success. You're already there. You're already on your path. But a lot of us, as soon as we see the haters, we turn back around. A lot of us, whenever somebody tells us no on something, we pack it up and we don't realize that's not a sign that you can't succeed. That's actually a sign that you're on the right path. If somebody is hating on you, you're giving them something to hate. The only way that you cannot receive resistance in this life is to do nothing, say nothing, and be nothing. So if that's what you want out of your life, then go ahead and give it all up. But just know, if you want to be successful, you will go through a lot of enemies. Stay focused, y'all. And one of the most important things, again, that Jay-Z said was, I knew that I was becoming successful when people started to hate on me for no reason. Success breeds envy. Don't let it bother you. Let it be reassurance that you're on the right path. You just stay focused. The last thing that I want to talk about on this broadcast is success is based around what many of us would call luck or good fortune. Now, let's be clear on this. I'm not saying that luck is just something magical that happens. God will give these blessings, but there is good fortune that has to follow us in everything that we do. Some people may be great singers, but not every great singer is going to get discovered. Some of you guys may be great speakers, but not every great speaker is going to get recognized. Some of the best basketball players are never going to be in the NBA. You have to understand that this is the way of life. So if you understand that, it doesn't mean that you cry in a corner and say, oh my God, good fortune didn't come to me. I'm never going to be successful. I'm not lucky enough. What that really means is you have to work hard enough to increase your chances of being lucky. Because the harder you work, the luckier you'll get. Let me give a quick shout out to the super chats that finally came in on this broadcast. Thank y'all so much. Really appreciate y'all support. Shout out to my sister Ariel, y'all. We got to give much love and respect to our sister. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Thus far, you are definitely the top sponsor of tonight's broadcast. Also, want to give a big shout out to my brother, Mr. Shama Aria. Shout out to you, King. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. This is something that I think all of us can relate to. I will be the first one to say that when it comes to whatever success that I have, that just ain't on me alone. I give all praises to the Most High for giving me favor, because my life could have gone in a totally different direction. There's times where I've made bad decisions in my life where I could have died. There's been times in my life where, I could have been robbed. I could have been killed. I could have been in a car accident. I could have been in all these different situations. but God had enough favor on my life for things to go in a different place. But what I'm trying to tell y'all is you can't just rely on favor alone. You have to show God that you're willing to work hard enough in order to receive the gift of favor. You see, favor is a gift of God, and you got to know how to preserve it. Because even when God gives people favor and good fortune, it's going to escape you if you don't know what to do with it. Prime example, ladies, God could give you a good man. That's God showing you favor right now. You can't do it all on your own. Success is a team sport. But if you don't have the right mentality on how to cherish your relationships, then chances are the good fortune that you once had will leave. So even though somebody might say, well, this person got lucky, you still have to be disciplined enough to maintain that luck. Because even with all the luck that you have, like lottery winners, you could luck up and win the lottery, but most lottery winners within 5 years go bankrupt. So it takes more than favor to be on your life. I'm telling you, you got to have all of these components for success. You got to have self-belief. And this is so important, y'all, for the audience that tunes into me. It's so important for y'all to really affirm things to yourselves day by day, because you're constantly living in a world that will tell you you're not good enough. So if you don't tell yourself how good you are, nobody else is going to tell it to you. I want to be very clear on what I'm saying right now. Some of you guys out there will say, well, man, that sounds a little arrogant. It should only be other people that are complimenting you and telling you how great you are. What I'm saying is humility has its place, but you have to understand that long before anybody else can see your greatness, you have to see it enough within yourself in order for it to be apparent to the rest of the world. Otherwise, nobody else is going to see it. So I'm not telling you to feel that way in the spirit of arrogance. I'm telling you to have it in the spirit of confidence that God has called you to do great and mighty things on this earth. You must have belief in yourself. I'm telling y'all this out of my own story. A lot of y'all know I paid off over $95,000 in debt. I became a real estate investor, best-selling author. I've accomplished things in my 20s that I've seen a lot of people never accomplish throughout a lifetime. And it's only because God had enough favor on me to put me in situations where I could flourish. But I would have never flourished in those situations if I didn't believe I could acquire real estate, if I didn't believe I could land this business deal. You have to have belief in yourself, because when you're starting off, nobody is going to take you seriously. Nobody is going to care about you. You got to care enough about yourself to go into the marketplace and treat yourself like you're somebody that's done this thing successfully 1,000 times over, because in time you will. You got to have self-belief. You got to be willing to suffer. You got to be willing to put in the long hours and the sleepless nights. You got to be willing to make sacrifices. And you've got to be committed to your process. You cannot be committed to the world's process, because the world does not have anything meaningful for you. The only thing that the world has for you is for you to follow the status quo. But the key to life is not blending in. The key to your greatness is you standing out. That's why you have to be committed to your vision. And that vision may not be realized for another 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Even when America was established by people that were committed to seeing what America would be in 2, 3, 4, 5 generations from now. Even if you don't live to see your vision take off in your lifetime, be so committed to where it will benefit somebody else and theirs. That's how you create generational wealth. You got to be willing to put in the time. You got to have the right relationships because you are the average of the top 5 people that you spend most of your time with. You got to be able to have the wisdom. You got to be disciplined. You have to have laser focus. And as always, y'all, you can have all of these things. But if God's favor isn't on your life, you could just be another person that works hard that never makes it. I'm not lying to y'all on this broadcast, man. There's a lot of people that are very hard workers that never have a successful business. Not everybody is going to win in life. Not everybody is going to have the greatest marriage. Not everybody is going to have the greatest business. Not everybody is going to be wealthy, even if they made a lot of right moves to get there. That's the reason why you gotta put in the work, because even if you put in the work, it's not guaranteed that you'll be successful. You gotta put in the work and then pray that the Lord blesses your works enough that it takes off and flourish. Okay. So what I'll do right now is I'm gonna put this link on the screen for y'all to cam up just in case y'all wanna hop on here and give me your thoughts on what it takes in order to really be successful. I always try to tell you all the truth. And I got to give a big shout out to my brother Rodney Lawrence for the $10 super chat. Thank you so much, my brother. Appreciate you. Love you, man. He said, thank you for your commitment to our community. Hey, I just try my hardest, my brother. I try to do the best that I can do in all of, the life that the Lord gives to me. And I just come on here every night saying, you know what? All I'm gonna do is focus on planting my seeds. I don't know who's gonna watch it, and I don't know how people are going to connect with the message. But as long as I can give a message from the heart that is honest and true, everything else is in God's hands. And I'm just telling y'all that if y'all make a commitment to doing the same thing into whatever your vision is, be consistent with that from day to day, and then just see what God will do in your life. But remember, y'all, faith without works is dead. If you're not willing to put in this work, there's no way you can ever imagine it. I could have faith that I could have a bigger YouTube channel. But if I'm not putting in the work, doing this show day by day, there's no way that it's ever going to come to pass. And you got to be willing to suffer in order for that to happen. Look at what Rodney just said, y'all. This is deep. He said, $1 million babies are procreated every day, but never nurtured. And that's heavy because, man, it's just like there's so many people in this life who have such potential to take off, but because you don't bring the right tools to the table, you'll have $1 million dreams that die with you. I don't want my dreams to die with me. I want every dream that God gives to me to stay here after I'm gone. That's the reason why I love being a content creator, because this gives me an opportunity to create something meaningful that will outlive me after I'm gone. Okay. Some of the greatest people that ever walked the face of the earth focused on creating information that helped people even after they were gone. And so, guys, whatever your vision is, whatever your dream is, constantly work at it day by day if you want to be successful. But thank you once again, my brother, for the $10 super chat. Really appreciate it. Now, I got to say this. Right now, we're tied for the top sponsor. We got two $10 sponsorships. Shout out to Rodney and shout out to Ariel. Okay, y'all are both tied for being the top sponsor of tonight's broadcast. So if somebody comes through with a $15 super chat, they'll take the title for the top sponsor on tonight's broadcast. Nonetheless, y'all, for those of y'all that want to donate, all you got to do is tap the dollar icon directly below the live chat box. Tonight, we're talking about what it really takes to be successful. And I got a question for you. Do you have what it takes? A lot of us talk about how we want to be successful. A lot of us talk about how we want to strive for greatness. But do you have the heart in order to really be successful in this life? Because if not, you're doing a disservice to yourself, to everybody else, and to God, because God put the talents in your heart. All you got to do is multiply them. Y'all, I'm going to help y'all on your road to greatness. I'm going to help y'all in terms of reaching your success. That's why I'm going to give y'all 2 free stocks right now for this broadcast. As y'all know, the Uzziah Show is sponsored by Webull, one of the fastest growing financial brokerage companies in the world. Okay. Webull allows you to invest not only in stocks, but in cryptocurrency. And Webull is so generous that all you got to do is just set up your account, and then you'll get 2 free stocks as soon as you open it. Tonight, we talked all about what it takes to really be successful. And shout out. Oh, man, shout out. I was just about to say it. LA for life. You stole the thunder, man. LA for life, y'all. You cold. I got to give a shout out to LA for life, man. Shout out to LA for life, because Kim Davis just sent that $15 Cash App. And I was just about to say, Kim Davis took the $15 top sponsor slot. Then Rodney came through with the $15 sponsor slot. And then LA for Life came through with the $20 sponsorship. So y'all, we got to give it up, man. Y'all have been phenomenal tonight, as always. Shout out to all of you. First, let me go back to really showing a lot of love to my sister, Kim Davis. All right, let's show our sister Kim Davis some love, y'all. We got a donation. All right. Shout out to our sister Kim for the $15 super chat. Thank you, sister. We really appreciate you. Thank you for all that you do in order to keep this show going. Okay. I want to give a big shout out to my sister, LA for Life. LA for Life said, blessings, brother Uzziah. I've been on just listening. Okay. I've been praying that you've been taking it all in. I've been praying that you've been taking it all in. All right. Shout out to you, sis. I pray that you had a great weekend. But tonight, it looks like our brother Rodney Lawrence has set the bar. Our brother Rodney Lawrence brought forth a $15 super chat, as well as a $10 super chat, bring him to a total of a $25 sponsorship for tonight's broadcast. So as of right now, Rodney Lawrence got the crown with the top sponsor slot. Thank you so much, my brother. Really appreciate you once again. Shout out to the brother Rodney Lawrence, man. Really, really appreciate you, my brother. Much love to you and yours, man. And thank you so much for all that you do. LA for life. Oh, man, y'all crazy. Y'all are crazy. Rodney. What happened, Rodney? Yo, this thing is getting serious, man. We got another super chat. LA for life. Okay, y'all gotta see what just happened here, y'all. Y'all listen, man. Y'all gotta smash this like button, man. This is going down. Rodney Lawrence just said, "This is my gold medal night." Okay, LA for life is here to take your dream, man. LA for life, she saw that Rodney said, "This is my gold medal night. Ariel can have silver tonight." LA for life swooped up on him and said, "Nah, Rodney, $25 ain't gonna do it." LA for life said, "I'ma steal the show with a $40 total sponsorship." Shout out to our sister LA for life. $40 sponsorship. Ah, man, that one hurt me, man. That one was bittersweet. That one was bittersweet because y'all know I'm so thankful for the support, and I got to give a big shout out to all of y'all, man. Shout out to LA for life. Shout out to my brother Rodney. Yo. Rodney said, "Don't doubt me." Rodney said, "Yo, you trying to steal my thunder? You trying to take the power spot away from me as a man?" Rodney said, he said, "It's not happening tonight. It's not going down like that." He said, "I said, this is my night." Shout out to my man for putting on. My brother Rodney Lawrence, man. Do y'all see? We are such a powerful community, y'all. We are such a powerful community when we just come together, man. Like Kim Davis, she done already tapped out like 10 minutes ago. She was like, bruh, she was like, y'all going in, man. Y'all listen. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Yo. Okay, can I say something? Sometimes like y'all really be, what are y'all on? Like sometimes I get on here and do a broadcast and I be like, damn, where y'all at? It be feeling like that on the broadcast. And then other times y'all would just come from out of the blue and y'all would just like really level up. Shout out to the sister LA for life. $100 super chat. So now I'm gotta tally up. I gotta tally up who's the official sponsor. What it really takes to be successful. Like y'all got a real investment on what it really takes to be successful. When I do these shows, y'all, the official sponsor of the broadcast is always recognized as the sponsor and the investor of this specific topic. So whenever we do shows, if you want to really champion that topic, that's when you put yourself on as the official investor. So now this is such a hot topic. I got to tally who is the official sponsor. So we got LA for Life right now at $140. She not LA. Hey, listen, y'all. LA for Life not playing. LA for Life not playing. My brother Rodney, you know you my dog. And I believe in you, my brother. But right now, LA for Life said, so I'm gonna keep this thing going just for a few more minutes. I would hate to shut down the broadcast and one of y'all trying to throw your hat in the ring. I'm gonna just give y'all a few minutes to just declare an official top sponsor. I'm gonna give it to you. Let y'all determine that. Who's going to be the official top sponsor? Somebody's got to acknowledge this, okay? Right now, we got LA for Life at 140. Rodney, he put up 75. So a 75 to Rodney's 140. Ariel said, what a great show. Shout out to Ariel, y'all. Shout out to my wife, Ariel, and shout out to our sponsor, Sister Ariel. All right, it's going down, y'all. It's going down. It's going down. Listen, man, I'm loving the love, man. I'm feeling the love. The energy is great on tonight's broadcast, man. I didn't know if y'all was really going to be in the building like that because I know it's a Sunday night and y'all getting ready for y'all's week. But I really hope that y'all take this message to heart. I really want to do all that I can to help make you successful in the time that I'm here. I don't know how many years God has given me on this earth, but in the time that God has me here to be a vessel, I just want to dedicate my life towards helping you be great. And I want you to focus on, again, what it takes to be great. You having belief in yourself. A lot of you guys, you're looking for everybody else to co-sign your legacy. Your legacy may be so special and so unique that nobody else understands it. Nobody else understood Henry Ford's legacy of driving cars. Nobody else understood the Wright brothers' vision. If you got a vision that is just so far out, don't expect anybody to co-sign you. And you will know that you're on the right path if you don't need anybody else to co-sign your dream. You got to have self-belief. You got to go through suffering. You got to go through sacrifice. You got to go through commitment. You got to go through time. See, I want y'all to just see something as we reflect on tonight's broadcast. When I started this broadcast for I want to say maybe the first 45 minutes into this broadcast, y'all saw it. The first 45 minutes into this broadcast, the energy was like this. But I didn't pack it up. I didn't say, oh, people ain't commenting like I want them to comment. People ain't talking like how I want them to talk. That wasn't the energy. I said, I don't care if people are commenting. I'm committed to the process. And Rodney is committed to being the official sponsor. That's the reason why he gave another super chat. The brother Rodney Lawrence just put up a $75 super chat. Listen, y'all. Listen. I don't know. Can y'all comment on this? Like, can we just put like a cam up link on this or something? Like, I feel like we really got to have a conversation about what's going on right now. I love the both of y'all. I just don't know. I don't know what to think. Like, I don't know what to say. I don't know. I don't want to take sides. I'm just watching it unfold. Like nobody is bowed out of this thing yet. Nobody's just said, "Hey, you got it. You on. You're the official sponsor." Like there is something about tonight's broadcast that really got y'all saying, "Nah, this one right here, this one's my broadcast. I'm the official sponsor of this." Rodney Lawrence just put up a $75 super chat. He said, "LA for life. I meant what I said." Let's salute the brother. We salute you, King. We salute you. Yeah, Kim Davis said, "Let's get ready to rumble." I gotta add that one in, man. I gotta add that one in because y'all listen, man. Y'all really doing it. Y'all really doing it tonight. Ariel said, "Whoa, Rodney Lawrence is serious." So now I gotta get back to the to the drawing board. Rodney Lawrence, yo. Okay, I'm gonna shut down this broadcast. I am shutting down the broadcast. Listen, I am I am shutting the broadcast down. This is Can somebody else just come online and hold down the show for the rest of the night? Kim, can you please get on this camera? I'm gonna give you all the cam up link yet again. I need somebody else to just host the show like for the rest of the night because I cannot handle this. Like y'all are really going after it tonight. Like somebody help me. I haven't even mentioned the sponsorship yet. I haven't even mentioned. Let me check my Cash App. Are y'all seeing this? For those of y'all that are trying to donate, all you got to do is tap the dollar icon that's directly below. That will let you give a super chat. For those of y'all that are donating through Cash App, $ the Uzziah Show. If any of y'all made a PayPal donation, I got to check now on the PayPal account. The way y'all are going in on this is crazy. Let me know if you're trying to make a donation and for some reason I haven't acknowledged it. I think that I've got all the donations here. I just got to make sure I'm checking it. I'm checking it. And like Shama said, I need the bomb sound effect because she definitely did drop a nuke. She dropped a massive nuke, y'all. I'm scared to announce that LA for Life bypassed Rodney's top sponsorship by making a $200 sponsor. Like a $200. I'm at a loss for words. She just put up a $200 donation. So shout out to the sister. LA for Life. Listen, y'all. Listen, y'all. I'm just about to walk away from the screen, man. I'm just about to walk away from the screen. I can't deal with y'all. I know that Rodney is in the background hot. Rodney in the background doing something. I know that Rodney has not logged off this broadcast. Okay. LA for Life is on right now. Rodney is on right now. Kim is on right now. Shama is on right now. Ariel, I don't know who else is on right now, but whoever is witnessing this right now, it is a battle. This is the battle of the century. LA for Life is going head up with Rodney Lawrence on who will be the top sponsor for tonight's broadcast. The thing that was so crazy is we started off this broadcast being tied at $10 sponsorships. And all I did was just tell y'all, hey, it's a tie for who the official sponsor is. And then after that, y'all lost your mind. Shout out to everybody that donated, y'all. For those of y'all, man, I'm I'm just stuck because y'all won't let the battle be over. Somebody got to throw their towel in, man. Can somebody please? Okay, listen, y'all, please. Can somebody please throw their towel in? I'm not gonna let my man Rodney throw his towel in. I see you, King. I see you, King. I ain't gonna let you throw your towel in on that. You're not gonna fall on the sword like that, my brother. I ain't gonna let you go out like that. I'm gonna just end the broadcast. Thank you so much for all of y'all that sponsored tonight's broadcast. For those of y'all that want to, know more about what it takes to be successful, make sure that you check out my free book, The How to Succeed Survival Guide. This book outlines how I paid off over $95,000 in student loans 2 years after graduating from college, how I became a manager in corporate America and then transitioned out of my management position, working for the top technology company in the world, to being my own business owner, to being a real estate investor and a best-selling author. I'm putting it all in here, okay? This book shows y'all how to make certain moves after the, you know what? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? The co, right? It shows you how to start operating in a post-co life. So just make sure that y'all check this book out, man. I'm gonna put the link on the screen right now for y'all to check that out, okay? Listen, y'all, last call for any sponsorships, man. This thing it's gotten ugly tonight. It got real ugly tonight, and I know. I wish Yasha Allah was here to see this. I wish that. I'm gonna tell on y'all tomorrow. I'm going to tell on y'all tomorrow. I might do a show tomorrow on the battle of tonight. Like I might legit set up a live forum just for LA for Life and Rodney to really have it out. Okay. Rodney just said, LA for Life, congrats. This was fun, but not over. I'm scared to know what that means. Kim Davis, are you scared to know what Rodney means when he says that? Rodney is still letting us know this ain't over. So oh my God. Listen, y'all, I do this show 6 days a week from Sunday through Friday. I usually do the shows at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, but sometimes I'm doing the shows now at 8. So just make sure to tap in with your boy in the evening time. This channel is all about how you can create generational wealth for you and yours. It's to help you start businesses. It's to help you invest in yourself. It's to help you invest in different passive streams of income, so that way you can truly accomplish the things that you want to out of this life, okay? All of these things are for your benefit. Make sure that you smash that like button and make sure that y'all subscribe, okay? Please subscribe and make sure that you turn on the notification bell, so that way you can receive an alert whenever we have another show, okay? Please leave me a comment below to let me know what you want me to talk about on the next broadcast, okay? Kim Davis said, I will have to check in with Hubs, but I will be ready next time. Listen, y'all, I'm getting the boxing bells on the next broadcast. I'm getting the Eye of the Tiger sound effect. I'm getting it all out there. I gotta come with some different sound effects for these upcoming shows, because y'all are really, we have an amazing family. on this broadcast, and I'm so thankful for y'all. I'm so humbled. Y'all are my family. You know what I mean? And I can't say enough about y'all, man. This is really a testament to how far our community goes whenever we come together and we strive to level up. They listen, y'all. They still up here. They talk and they talk to each other. I'm up here saying I'm about to get off the broadcast. They like, Rodney Lawrence just said, I'm coming back with crypto if I have to. I will get the gold. The brother said he gonna donate some Bitcoin to the broadcast. The brother said he about to transfer some Shiba and some Bitcoin to your boy. LA for Life said, I ain't no punk. She said, I ain't never shook. Got my finger on the dollar trigger just in case you feeling froggy and want to jump. I got you. Damn. Listen, y'all, I think we're going to end the show right there. You know, it's been a pleasure. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the broadcast. This is the LA for Life is too much, man. She said, I will not lose. Ronnie Lawrence said, LA for Life is on pay-per-view next time. Give a big shout out to my sister, Lauren Morales, man. Incredible sister, y'all. Let's give some love to our sister, Lauren Morales, y'all. Y'all, let's continue to have our sister Lauren Morales in our prayers, as well as the brother Chevis, man. They got a baby on the way right around the corner. Hey, Rick, it went down tonight, Rick. You missed out tonight, bro. Y'all, listen, for those of y'all that just came into tonight's broadcast, y'all really got to go back and watch this show from the beginning. I want you to really see how the show went from like me just giving game, nobody commenting, to just not out of nowhere. It was like bomb after bomb, super chat after super chat. I'm constantly talking about, you know, shout out to this person and shout out to that person. Yo, tonight was crazy. Tomorrow we're going to talk. We're going to talk tomorrow. We're going to talk tomorrow because I need Yasha Allah to know about this. I need Sheer Queen to know about this. I need Anika to know about this. Like everybody who really rock with this channel, they got to know about what LA for Life and Rodney put down on tonight's broadcast, man. Thank y'all so much for making this show so great, y'all. Y'all definitely added another spin to tonight's broadcast, y'all. So shout out to everybody for being on, man. Thank you one last time to all of the sponsors. I'm going to do this thing in order, man. Shout out to the brother Shama Aria for the $5 super chat. Brother was showing much love. When your boy wasn't getting nothing, when your boy wasn't getting no support from the audience, the brother Shama came through with the $5 super chat. The sister Ariel came through with the $10 super chat, as always. And the sister Ariel, see, one thing y'all got to know about Ariel and Rodney, they're top sponsors, and they do theirs in a totally different way. Like they might not come dropping a bomb on any one night, but they're going to hit you with a consistent sponsorship every broadcast. Ariel, Yasha Allah, Rodney, they're going to come every broadcast just giving you just, you know, sponsor after sponsor, just putting in their tuition, and y'all got to show them much respect. Whenever y'all see these names online, show them much respect, y'all, because they're actually the ones that keep this show going. If it wasn't for some of these names that I'm mentioning on tonight's broadcast, Ariel, LA for Life, Rodney, Yasha Allah, if it was Akita Monet, ooh, wait till I tell Akita Monet on y'all. Listen, hey, LA for Life, you know this. When I tell Akita Monet what you did, LA for Life, she gonna be on your head. Trust and believe, Akita gonna be on your head. I'm gonna tell her about what you did because you was showing out tonight, sis. All right, this thing is really crazy, man. But shout out to my sister Ariel for that $10 super chat. Thank you once again. Shout out to my brother Rodney once again for that $10 super chat that he had opened this thing up with. Shout out to LA for Life for the initial $20 that she put up. Shout out to Rodney for the $15 that he came back with. I ain't forgot about you, my sister, Kim Davis. I ain't forgot about you. See, Kim, really, I thought that she was about to be the top sponsor because Whenever it was tied at 10, she came through with the 15. So y'all gotta show some love to our sister Kim Davis, man. Because I was literally about to say, and for tonight's top sponsor, Kim Davis. And then as soon as I did that, here LA for Life comes through with the $20 super chat. So, you know, she just, listen, man, she said tonight was her night. It's just been crazy. It's just been crazy. I'm going to be on here just going through it. LA for Life put up the 19. Rodney put up the 15. Rodney then put up another 50. Then LA for Life put up $100. She put a hundo on it. Then Rodney, then 75. Then LA for Life, $200. Listen, Rick, whoever else just got on, y'all, you missed out. 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 Ariel says, I love how you build the mind. That helps me to build the kid's mind. You know, one thing that I always heard when I was growing up was a mind is a terrible thing to waste. You know, as a young boy, I didn't really understand what that meant. But the older I get, the more that I appreciate that, you know. This is priceless, you know, and I just love being able to be blessed enough to be a blessing to somebody else. And I truly appreciate y'all for all that y'all do. Thank you so much for tapping in. And like I always say, man, just stay focused, y'all. All of the steps are here. Just go back and watch these shows. For those of y'all that are new to these shows and these broadcasts, just go back and watch the shows. When you watch these shows, you'll have the steps on how to be successful. You just got to keep applying it, okay? So with no further ado, y'all, we've been on here long enough. Let us give a round of applause to the top sponsor, the premier sponsor on what it takes to really be successful, the champion of success, our sister, LA for Life. Thank you so much for being the top sponsor for tonight's broadcast, sister. We show you much love. Thank you so much for everybody that tapped in tonight, y'all. Make sure that you like, make sure that you subscribe. Please make sure that y'all share tonight's broadcast, y'all. Make sure that you be your brother's keeper. Don't leave this channel a secret, y'all. You got family members and friends that want to level up, bring them to these broadcasts, okay? I'm giving out all of this free game. All y'all got to do is tap in with me. I love y'all. I'm praying for y'all. I pray that you had a very blessed weekend. And most importantly, I pray that you have a very productive week. I'll catch y'all on tomorrow night's broadcast. Listen, y'all, have a strong start of your week. Until next time, keep pushing.